As I said, Tara Kangarlou is a journalist and Iran expert here in the studio with us. So, Tara, what do you think about it?
Thank you so much for having me. I think, as you mentioned, this is a huge news and huge story at the tail of the many escalations that we've seen in the last couple of months in the region between Iran and the United States. If these meetings or this summit takes place between Iran's President Rouhani and the U.S. President Trump, this will be significant because this will be the first time that the heads of state, meaning the two presidents of Iran and U.S., will be meeting since the 1979 Islamic Revolution. Since then, foreign ministers have met, other government officials have met, but never presidents. And as you and your viewers may have listened to the presser, President Emmanuel Macron specifically talked about a summit and a meeting between those two folks. And I want to point out to the fact that Iran's President Rouhani spoke earlier today in Tehran saying that I will meet with whoever that will be to the benefit of the nation. As you know, the country is financially suffering severely. Inflation is high, and people are truly miserable economically. So the government realizes that, and I think that is an indicator of why the regime wants to talk. Lastly, I want to point out that the Iranian president would never say that unless the number one power in that country, which is the supreme leader, would have agreed with that. So that shows that the supreme leader is behind the president and that he wants to de-escalate the tensions as well.
We are seeing an unusual positive attitude there from President Donald Trump, especially saying there's a big progress at this G7 summit in unity in all world conflicts. I mean, China is ready to make a deal. Iran is ready to make a deal under, of course, many conditions. But there is a change of tone and perspective from Trump's side. Why do you think it is that?
I think we should give credit to Europe. I think Angela Merkel, Emmanuel Macron, and other European leaders need to take credit for this. It was really the first time, as you mentioned, that President Trump saw unity, collaboration, and teamwork with his European counterparts. And this comes after the Iranian Foreign Minister Zarif's European tour. He was in Scandinavia. He met previous to G7 with France's president. So all of this comes after the Iranians had their conversation with Europe. So I think Europe should take a huge credit for this. And also, I think we're not hearing from folks like John Bolton or Secretary of State Pompeo, who are the big sort of regime change and voices.
Yeah, and Trump made it very clear that we're not looking for a regime change. He said that. But also, he did say he doesn't want the 2015 agreement. He wants a new deal, which will include surveillance of many sites and that more things on Iran's side, really, and no economic compensation, but a letter of credit.
Right.
So what will be Iran's stance to Trump's demands?
Right. I think the Trump administration has realized that they cannot negotiate with Iran with voices like Bolton present, because that's a very singular narrative of regime change and anti-Iran theme that Trump now realizes it cannot go anywhere. So I think we saw that absent from the conversation, and now it's going to be between Trump and Rouhani, and striking a new deal will be plausible with the new possibilities of controlling Iran's missile program. That's something that President Trump mentioned in the presser, and Iran's role in Syria and acting, in the region. So that's going to be part of the new deal. But we have to see. I mean, the first matter of action, or what we're going to see is the potential summit and if that's going to take place.
Well, we do have to wrap it up here, but thank you very much for that input, Tara Kangarlou, here in the studio with us.
Thank you.